Alrighty.
Welcome to the podcast, part 2.
So we just had the best conversation ever.
And you guys don't get to
Completely
hear it.
erased because I'm on a fucking MacBook.
Well,
I didn't even hear it, to be honest.
only Jake's got completely erased because he's...
We're all running MacBooks, and mine's the shittest one.
Mine's probably
I'm
the
on a
oldest
PC
one.
right now, so
Yours is.
it's different, I guess.
Wow, there we go.
This is Sydney, by the way, guys. I forgot that you
Give
guys
it up
didn't
for
hear the
Sydney
first
from
half of our
Dolezal.
conversation. I knew you were going to add external claps in there anyway, but I just wanted to give a real life feel to that.
You have to really feel like
You guys are actually
they're
cheering for
in the
me.
moment, you know? Yeah.
Man, we are a podcast now that does guests all the time. How does it fucking feel, Bassie?
It feels great. I feel like we're
I feels great.
I'm sorry. I've had half a beer and I'm already being affected by it. Okay. It feels great. It feels like we're a legitimate
Weird.
podcast now. We're not just
Yes.
talking. We're just like when there's more than two people talking shit.
Yeah.
It's a real podcast.
So Sydney, let's pretend nothing happened in that last one and talk about everything that we just talked about because I've kind of forgotten and I need a refresher.
Holy crap! Look how good your hair looks.
I have. the
It's
shaved head.
amazing.
Okay. Story time on the shaved head. I had been talking about shaving my head for the longest time, right? Like everyone has been. Every person between the ages of like 16 and 25 has been talking about how much they want their head, like in the last few weeks.
Yep.
Specifically
I
on
would agree,
social
true.
media. But like I got off social media for a week. I was having a really hard time, so I was like, this not gonna be on social media. And I was like, well, if I want to still shave my head by the end of this, no social media like influence during this week, then I will just. I ended up doing. After a really weird day, and I was like on my floor with hardcore music playing in the background, and I took a video of it just because I was like, I just feel like I need to. And then.
Did you feel fucking
I
cool
did.
as fuck?
However, I literally had to wait like it's for my own sanity. I waited like 3 days before taking the beanie off that I had on my head, because I was like
right.
not used to
To
it.
show, like to do.
Do you want
Yeah,
to admit it?
Yeah. To do the reveal.
I didn't just do that.
but
When you
So, did you do it yourself? Did you shave?
it
How?
didn't work very well the first time. I used I think I used a 5, like a 5 guard the first time.
yeah.
Right.
And it was all right. There's just a bunch of spots that I was missing. Yeah, it's cowlick I have on the back of my head. But then Lane did it for me the second time. Of the devil, Lane, everybody.
Damn.
Awesome. Hey.
Hey, more
More
claps.
claps.
Legendary,
Legendary.
Lane. Nice work on the cleanup. Beautiful
A big
work.
gamer moment.
Oh, you know, I was laughing before when you were talking about the haircut because we don't actually have our videos on,
You know, people think
And
we're
you
looking
said-
at each other.
and you said, "Look at the lovely
Holy
hair."
Oh,
crap!
that's
Look how
right.
good that.
I forgot that you guys can't see. Anyway, they walked into the frame. They did a little dance, and then they sat down.
Right.
That's fine.
okay.
I'll
Yeah,
see
when
it in
you're
the edit,
editing.
and then people. And now we just gave away the whole facade of everyone thinking that we were seeing each other, but we're not.
This is the first time
Yeah.
we're doing it this way, though.
Yeah, this is the
'Cause
first time I
so
haven't
if-
seen the guest's
Aw.
face.
If you guys, anyone who's listening now, listen to last week's episode, you'll realize how fucky and glitchy that shit was. I mean, we were off our head anyway, and then the lag in between it was just. I mean, Bassie, you were just like untamable last week.
Oh, it's just the worst part was my phone, because I record all the videos on my phone, so my phone storage filled up, and then I had to get Kate's phone, and then she had ordered Uber Eats, so she was getting messages from the Uber Eats guy to come get the food, but I was recording, so I had to stop the video, go get the food, come back, start recording. So there was like 7 videos just for me to like put onto the podcast instead of 1. It was a nightmare.
I forgot to. I know we mentioned this in the last thing, but we're not going to have another time to do it. We won beer pong, by the way, guys. We played
Good
beer
job.
pong
Yeah.
last night against the Fame and fucked.
You did.
them
I did
up.
watch that.
the
They
Fame.
had 2 cups left. You guys had 1, and you guys won.
Oh yeah. I mean, I gave them their first cup. The first
Yeah.
shot that I got in was one of our own.
And everyone was congratulating. I was on Twitter, and I decided to go off online because I was getting not the credit that I deserved for winning, helping us win. Everyone thought JT had the mad skills because he sunk the last shot, but I sunk the other 9.
So no, I got 3 shots in, and Bassie got the whole other 7. And for some reason, I just got the credit because I'm the lead singer,
Yep.
which I'll take.
It's always all on us, isn't it?
Everybody knows.
Oh my
Everybody
God,
thinks the
mate.
lead singer carries the band, but I'll tell you what, it's the bassist.
It's the rhythm
definitely the
section.
bassist.
Are you sure? My shoulders are fucking really sore over these last 4 years.
Oh, yeah? That's
Ah,
impressive.
nah, because I actually did some hard work on Monday for once in my fucking
I thought
life,
that
and it
was
just
sore
fucked me the whole week.
I thought that was sore because of your ego.
It's heavy to just carry that shit all everywhere I go.
Head.
Like I was saying, that's why I can't shave my head. My head's fucking huge, metaphorically and physically.
True, I guess.
That's exactly why I grew my hair out, because it like hides
Bassie,
the
you
shape
have
of my head.
luscious locks on your head, and you should never cut your hair short.
Tell me about it.
No, he needs
I've-
to cut it.
I've made a pact that once I get a ripped body, that then I would cut my hair. But I did have good hair, like.
But that's all on you, though.
I used to have like this real like rockabilly, slick back kind of look going on. You know, like
Bit
the
of grease
full
lightning.
barbered hair look. But then
Full
I
Adonis?
decided to grow it out, and now I'm just too in love with long hair playing shows.
I went backwards,
True,
so
because
I feel that, I guess.
Yeah,
True,
we swapped.
the good thing about long hair and shows is you don't have to move much to make it look like you're moving.
I know. That's why I did. I'm getting older. I was like, I need something
Something to
else.
help you
I
out
can't
a
just
bit.
keep jumping
Yeah.
around.
When you first started the band, you were like doing these high jumps, and now it's just like all in the movement of the head.
Yeah, it's just stand there, feet planted on the ground, just shake your head
Yep.
side to side.
A hard
You don't even
school
need
of rock stance.
You don't even need a headbang. You just like lightly shake your head, and it looks like
Oh,
you're
yeah.
going wild.
Speaking of band shit, I didn't get to hear that conversation you were having the last call because I cut out before everybody else.
Yeah, well,
Can you fill everyone else and myself in
I'd
on
asked
what you were talking about?
Sydney how Dolskin went, because they were touring about the same time as us when we were in the US, and our tour got cancelled. And you guys were about to
True.
head
Yeah,
into Canada.
okay,
Is that
so
right?
I'll kind of start from the beginning. So we were doing some headlining stuff, like about a week and a half of headlining stuff, and then we were about to go meet up with Anti-Flag in Ontario, Canada, but we got stuck in Clifton, New Jersey,
Right.
and had to miss the first Anti-Flag show because of a couple RV problems, I guess, with the gas pump or whatever the fuck. It was stupid. Way too
Damn.
much money, way too much time, but we missed the first show. We didn't make
Yeah.
it into Canada.
The old
Yeah.
gal's hanging in there.
For RV. Oh my god. But
I have a question about that.
Okay.
But keep going with your story. I'll bring it up later.
But no, and so okay, and then the next day we were supposed to meet them in Quebec. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, Quebec. But we were literally about 15 minutes away from the border when I got a phone call from Anti-Flag's tour manager. Like, I don't know where you guys are at right now, but turn around and go home. And we were like, makes sense.
What have we done
No,
wrong?
because we were actually talking about it.
You're off the
We
tour.
were talking about it on the RV on
You're
the
like,
way
no,
there.
No girls on tour.
Yeah.
Sorry. Wait, sorry, we made a mistake. We thought you were a boy band, but we're sorry, we don't want any girls on tour.
This isn't One Direction? Fuck.
No, we're not One Direction. Not One Direction. Sadly. But
Sorry,
so
continue.
Yeah, continue. sorry.
we were literally talking the day before about talking to them about like canceling at least the show that was close to New York. Like talking about just shows that we should probably avoid. And then we were like, what if shit? And they ended up
Fair.
canceling it before we could even say anything. We're in Vermont, and then we had to go all the way to Arizona, which is literally the opposite corners of the country.
Really? I don't think I've ever been to Vermont. Have we, Bass? Because are you guys in Arizona?
What?
So
is
how
Vermont
long
a
was the
state?
drive? Oh,
Is Vermont a
fuck.
state?
Vermont is a state, yeah. It's the home state
What's-
of Bernie Sanders, our Lord and Savior.
What's the
Not anymore. Isn't he quitting his
No,
campaign?
so he's just not
He's quit.
campaigning. He's still a candidate, but he's not campaigning.
Okay.
Right.
So they could still have him in as the main
Yeah.
candidate, but it's going to be harder for
Yeah.
him to do that.
So he can still win, but he's just not pushing himself to the easily susceptible
Yeah,
Americans.
well, because he's like, listen, I will literally die within of getting this. I'm not gonna risk it.
I've used all my
Yeah,
EpiPens.
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh well.
I love that guy. He's got
mean-
some wit on him as well.
I mean, the whole pandemic is probably one of the best things to happen for his his case of like the health system in the
You
US.
would think.
See, I told you guys
you
were
would
all
fucking
fucked.
Think
You would
it's gotten
think.
worse. Everyone's like, we don't need your communist bullshit. Like, are you kidding me? This is because everyone, okay. God, I get so heated about
go.
this.
Get it. Get it.
Politics. Let's talk. I didn't know we were a political podcast. Let's go.
It's literally just around this COVID shit that's just making me so angry. Like, I was already angry, and then
Yeah.
all of this started happening. There's literally, so I don't know if you guys are aware of the protests about wanting to end the stay-at-home orders.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were
I want to
Yes.
get a haircut.
Yeah,
Bitch, shave your head.
There's that
grow out your fucking roots. You will be fine.
There's that lady. There's that lady that's like, I need to go out and she just puts her head down and shows her like roots
Yeah.
that she needs to get colored. And I'm like, are you fucking serious?
Oh my god.
I'm like, if you
Priorities.
stay, if you
Was
stay
this
at
LA?
home, no one's gonna see that. No one's gonna see your roots, so you'll be
No,
fine.
the thing is, it's not even.
Where was these
it's not
protests
even,
happening?
I mean, there are the big cities, but the worst ones are in like Texas and like random, like kind of like more smaller metropolitan places. I don't know. It's not even like the big places that are
Yeah.
struggling.
Yeah.
But
I mean, apart from New
yeah,
York.
apart from New York. Yeah. Well, like struggling the most with accepting the stay-at-home order.
Oh yeah.
What's
Yeah.
it like on the streets where you live? Because, like, I know down here anyway, like, I live at the bottom of Australia, or the bottom of Victoria, and everyone's just kind of forgotten about it. Like, people are just walking the street again. Like, all the retail and stuff is back
Well,
open.
do you guys
Really?
have a lot of new
Feels
In
cases
Mornington?
and shit?
Yeah.
Or anything?
No,
No.
ours have gone down a lot. Like we haven't really had a lot of new
Not fair.
cases.
It just seems so whack,
Recently.
though, because there's no vaccine yet. It's just like, what? The curve is just going to
The cra-
fucking peak again.
The crazy thing is, in Brisbane, where Mitch is from, they are about to start reopening stuff, and the government said that there is a possibility for them to start having gigs by July in arenas.
100 cap. 100 cap.
No, yeah, but with the possibility of reopening arenas, which is the
Are you
stupidest
kidding
thing I've ever heard. Because in my mind, there's like no way that they should have any shows without a vaccine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Especially
You know
when,
what it'd have to be?
especially
It'd have
when
to be
you
every third seat would be filled.
yeah, especially when you're doing a punk show and everyone's sweat is on
Oh,
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, catch me not going to a show until 2022, for Christ's sake. Like,
Catch Jake stage diving in a hazmat suit for the rest of her
literally.
career.
I will be performing in one of
The
those big
Coachella
blow-up
people will
balls
love it,
for the
though.
rest of my career.
Yeah, a day to
Can you
remember
imagine all
ones.
the fucking the hipsters going to Coachella with those face masks?
No, because none of them want to
Ugh.
wear them. No one wants to fucking wear them.
Really?
That is part of the protest here in
I
America.
thought they were like cute and shit.
So a lot of people are wearing them. A lot of the millennials and people are wearing them. But the older people are
Yeah.
like, you can't tell me what to do. See, the older people don't
Yeah.
support my body, my choice until it has to do with stupid face masks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
That
I
was,
mean, like,
that was
sure,
so-
don't wear it if you want. You'll die, but
That
that's
was
you-
so stupid at one of those first protests where the girl was like, "My body, my choice," to like the fucking masks. And you're just like, you will literally die or kill someone else if
Literally.
you carry it.
It's li-
You know
oh
what I
my
mean?
God. One of the funniest things, and I almost feel bad for saying that this is funny, but I also don't, is
Mate, this podcast has no
oh my
limits.
god, good. There was literally a master post of a bunch of different like just pictures of people who have recently died from COVID or gotten really, really sick and deathly ill,
Yeah.
and either gotten better or they're probably gonna die, that have all been protesting COVID and the stay-at-home orders. Literally, they were like, "God will protect me. I don't need to stay home," and then they fucking died.
God will protect.
Wasn't there? There was like a preacher dude that
Yep.
was like, he thought it was a joke and then he died of COVID.
Literally.
Or like he thought it was like a hoax. I'm like,
Ugh.
Oh my.
come on,
goodness.
man.
Wait, no, the best
Come on.
part. The best part. I didn't get to this part of my story because we got sidetracked.
Oh, it gets better.
So there was, on the same day, the reason why these protests happen is because there was a bunch of Facebook pages that got made on the same day by the same
Rush Area 51.
guy. By the same guy. The way they knew this is because they tracked the IP address, and it was the same IP address for all of
Yeah.
these Facebook pages. That he literally just used like the same paragraphs, for each of them, and
Yeah.
he just reeled in all of the fucking freaky ass old bitches. Oh my god. Ugh, I'm so heated about it. So heated about it. If it weren't for him
No.
trying to do a
Wait,
social
so-
experiment,
Unleash.
So what was his page about?
doing the protests.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was like the government can't control. He used just like the hot words that like what he knew.
Yeah, just like
Yeah,
buzzwords.
Yeah.
That's how America works, though, isn't it? You just give a very vague statement, and then people are like, "Yeah, I agree."
Yep.
And then you're the president.
And then you're the fucking president. And then you stand up there and you say smart shit that you've been educated about for your whole life.
The vaccine it's very smart, but it's hidden. That's my favorite Donald Trump line.
It hurts. It hurts.
We lost Sydney. She's peaked.
Literally.
Oh my god. Sorry for any. I guess I should say sorry, but I won't. If you support Trump, then you can lick where I shit.
You can literally
and
eat my
not listen to this
entire
podcast.
asshole covered in the dirtiest shit ever, and choke and die mad about it. Honestly. As an American, I'm allowed to say that. As someone who loves this country, however, would love. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to get arrested. Not going to say it.
How? They won't listen to this podcast.
Never know.
Everyone's listening,
Never
mate. Everyone's
fucking-
fucking listening.
I'm just going to say it the way
Actually,
that the white.
Bernie Sanders is in the chat.
Please.
You just joined the Discord.
I would give anything to talk to that man.
Can we just drop the Discord link in his Twitter inbox and see what happens?
Sure.
I'm going to slide into Bernie Sanders.
Do your campaign through
DMs.
here. What do you fuck with Twitter more than Insta? By the way,
Kind of. I'm just on.
I feel like I see you on there more.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I kind of heard about TikTok was when
Oh,
we on the first show with you guys, and we were
Yeah,
at-
I think
at,
that too is when I heard
Chain
about it.
Reaction.
Oh.
And then you were talking to like our label people about like TikTok,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what the fuck is TikTok?
And then all of Hopeless was like, you guys got to get on TikTok. We're like, what the fuck is that?
Well,
I'm like,
because JT, you are literally an e-boy.
no, I was.
No, even still, even now, it's the hair.
Because my hair's in the middle.
Yes, it's because your hair is in the middle, and it's not like, and it's also just like,
But
you're
I-
kind of
You were
just,
born with the e-boy part.
yeah.
Fuck.
It's
That's
just
what
like,
it's not called a middle part anymore. It's called an e-boy
Yeah.
part. It's been
Oh no. You know what's fucking annoying? I had my hair not middle parted for like a good couple months. I think when I came back, or like when we were overseas for this recent tour, and then I only just put it back in the middle, then shaved the sides, and I had a mad mustache going on, and I didn't feel like an e-boy anymore.
yeah.
it's just calling your name.
And
then.
now I fucking shaved and look like a little bitch, and now I look like a fucking e-boy.
Oh, you poor thing.
So I don't really get. I mean, like I know TikTok is like mostly like skits and stuff.
Kind of. It's
But I was like, I'll just put up some covers and just see how it goes. And I thought they were really cool, and then just no one gave a fuck about them
so
because it's just
the
not
thing
what
about
TikTok
TikTok
is. I'm like,
is that you either have to exploit the fact that you're hot, be really funny, or somehow get really lucky posting the most random video.
yeah.
Like our page, the Dollskin page, got a lot of traction because of one fucking video that I made that I put no effort into, but I posted it because I was
Which
like,
one was it?
whatever. It was literally, I went around. We were sound checking on the first day of the headliners on the way up to the Anti-Flag tour, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Hey Megan, what are you wearing today?" She said, "I'm gonna wear nothing." I went over to Nicole, and I was like, "Hey Nicole, what are you wearing today?" I don't want to talk about that. Went over to Alex, and I said, "What are you wearing today?" You know I won't discuss politics. And because they're all hot, and it was stupid funny, everyone loved it. Everyone kept commenting
I'm
on
gonna
how
go
hot
search
Alex
the
is
TikTok
and how
now.
hot fucking Megan is, and then like on Nicole's weird facial expression, and it was only the top half of my face, so it was like whatever. But that's what you need for a TikTok to blow up, I guess.
You guys are verified. Shit.
We were verified
That's why I
when
started
we
putting
made
Kate. That's why I started putting
true.
Kate in my TikToks just so people can comment on her.
Yep.
I'm exploiting now. I've been labeled as an exploiter. I'm just gonna start exploiting everyone I know.
I mean that.
Oh,
dude,
true. Did you see that shit on Twitter?
Did you see us get called out for being exploiters?
Oh
Sydney?
god, I hate that so much. I think I retweeted something of you guys that you guys posted,
Oh, that's
and I was
right.
like,
Yeah.
y'all really like for fuck's sake.
It was so funny. It was so
Like
funny.
it caught us so off guard the first because I guess we haven't really talked about it. We were
'Cause-
like,
and especially
holy
like,
fuck.
especially in our camp, we were just like, this is gonna be sick. Like, so many of our fans always post art, so like we're giving them like we thought it'd be sick to put one of their pieces of art on merch. And we're like, "There's be mad."
And we just did like a fan art competition which went awesome as well. And then we're like, okay, sick. We'll do another one. And then, holy shit, did we get
Who knew the shit was going to hit the
barraged
fan?
with
So quickly
with
too.
some crap.
Yeah.
I was at work when it was happening, and I was like, I did like nothing that day. I was just looking at my phone, and I'm like, I cannot believe what I'm reading.
Yeah.
And the DMs like were just insane. And like Gibbo was replying on the band account, and I was just reading, and I'm just like, man, she's starting to scare me a little bit.
Yeah. Dude, okay. I hate cancel culture because of the strict fact that not only is it unnecessarily quote unquote canceled, but it also the people that it tries to cancel don't really get canceled. Like the people that it actually needs to cancel, they get away with shit. Like
Yeah.
because it's the internet.
You know what's funny? Like Twitter is guilty until proven innocent.
Oh, yeah.
Someone could like. I was so scared of the fact that she's just gonna say, "Biam's like exploiting blah blah blah,"
Yeah.
and then people will just read that and then go, "Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'm not gonna look
Well,
into
that's
it.
pretty
I'll
much
just
what
always
happened.
assume." Yeah.
There was so many people commenting on it, like out of nowhere, going, "Yeah, this happened one time."
Well, because she had a big following, and
Whatever. I was like,
she like put all these random people onto it, and that's.
Oh.
I was looking at the people that were commenting on the thing, and they didn't follow the band. I'm like, oh, they're just coming to just fucking shoot arrows from the fucking castle.
You know what was funny? There was a person who commented between you and me. Never heard of them, and it was literally a person who's worked for a merch company that we print with.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, in their bio, I was like, "We've literally printed through you. Like we
didn't know
probably
about
talked
that.
to you."
Another funny
But yeah,
thing
like
about
people
cancel.
were so.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go.
Okay.
After you.
Another funny thing about cancel culture is actually the man whose setup that I am using currently, I canceled him a little over a year ago because I misheard something he said on stage, and I directly went right to Twitter, and I was like, oh my god, I just heard this local man say
You
this
fucking
on stage.
bitch.
And then everyone was like, drop his at. So I was like, okay, bet, here's his at. And he messaged me right away and was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I swear to God, I didn't say that. Here's a video where you can hear that I didn't say that. I'm so sorry that you think. Oh my god. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I feel.
You're just as bad as the person that came with us, Sydney.
I literally, because the thing is, I went and deleted everything. I made a video statement that I was like, I was wrong. For the love of God,
Yeah.
please love these men. They are good. They are good people. Please.
And that's where like a lot of the people that do the canceling or whatever don't do.
They don't apologize
Like-
when they're like made
So
to be
this
wrong.
what
Yeah.
happened with like our shit was like people were like responding with educated like mature responses, and then it was just getting met with like.
It's like you're not part of the industry, so you have no leg to stand on. Like fucking hell.
Yeah.
Like,
So it was like
the funny part was that she said something. Someone said something about how our designs are all shit. Because we exploit our fans, and then the next sentence was like, you're not part of the, like, she's like trying to stick up for the creative industry, and then just rips on every designer that we've ever worked with.
Are you?
Yeah,
Done.
so her whole shtick was like she's trying to look out and mentor these designers, but then she goes, no wonder all your designs are shit.
I literally hate
Holy
that.
hell.
So funny.
We were like super like stressed on the day. We're like, I don't even know like what is happening. I'm not sure what this, but like literally like in 2 days it was like, okay,
was
well,
done,
nothing
like-
came of that.
It kind of got under my skin, and I turned all my notifications off. I was like, I can't fucking deal with getting told off for doing nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's the most frustrating part of it. That like it's so easy. Like they'll just decide what they want to believe, and then they run with it as if there's nothing.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. No one's accountable for actually being educated on.
And it's like, yeah, the person who calls people out, nothing ever comes back to them.
No.
But it's always like,
Yeah, you can make a
whoever's on the
false
receiving end.
accusation, and then the person who is falsely accused will have to prove themselves, but you don't have to prove that they didn't, like what
Yeah,
they did,
exactly.
kind of thing.
Your statement, the accuser's statement will always just be like, "Well, I feel like it," and it's like,
Yeah.
okay, because like you
But,
can't
like, after
dispute
the-
opinions, I guess, but like
Yeah.
As
After
long
the
as-
whole thing happened, I was like, I feel good about it now. I'm like, not good, but I'm like, I don't feel anything from it now. I'm sure she'll make like a video on us and try and dig us some more, which doesn't really bother me. But like, in the moment I was so like heated because I'm like, I'm not good at responding correctly. I
Especially,
was so tempted to just go, dude, what the fuck you?
yeah, especially being like as a dude, you just want to say that you just want to say stupid shit because you know how stupid the accusations are.
Yeah.
So you're like, you're a fucking idiot. Like, if you actually looked at what we were trying to do and read it properly, like,
Yeah.
there would be no issue.
Yeah.
But we have to say and articulate it in a certain way. But then that whole part of me just going, "Are you a fucking idiot?" would have been like, hates women. Like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what sucks is because, like, I have to recognize my privilege as a strictly sarcastic woman on the internet that, like, I can literally respond to shit and just be like, literally, dude, shut the fuck up. And people will be like, yes! You know, like, I don't get hate for that. Like, I'm not, like, people aren't like, oh, you man hater or whatever, because, like, I'm a woman. Like, it's fine. So the standards are just so different. So different.
Yeah. I'm just glad that all of us in the band know that when we are doing something wholeheartedly. So it like in our minds when we're like behind the scenes, we're just like, we know we've done absolutely nothing wrong, so it's not really going to affect us. It was just seeing the being berated coming in online and just going, there's literally nothing we can do about this.
Literally.
So we literally just said, this is
were...
what we wanted to do, and that's it. Like, fuck it. Like, if you can't accept that,
you guys went about it the right way for sure.
I just had to get a little comment in there and like retweet the tweet and just say, dude, what the fuck, you're sabotaging my scam.
Sign up to my
of, like, if I was bottling like all my anger, like that's what was making me mad, that I couldn't be sarcastic like I wanted to be.
My favorite was your story when you were like,
oh, the cameo.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, my cameo, not OnlyFans. You're like, if you want to see exploitation, just join my cameo. I'll do anything for $20.
I actually got a few cameos, by the way, guys.
Nice.
Just FYI, I'm fucking making bank on exploiting everyone.
There you go.
That's mad.
Cameo seems like fun.
Yeah, I mean, I've got nothing to really say. I mean, someone literally gave me a cameo before and said, can you belittle my band, please? And I was like, I guess I could make $10, sure.
Interesting.
I would love to.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with American Bachelor in Paradise, or not Bachelor in Paradise, The Bachelors.
Yeah.
Didn't the host kill himself?
Whoa.
One of the hosts of that, or was it Love Island?
Might have been Love Island, because if that was Bachelor, I would have known.
Right, okay.
You're
all about it.
Heavy.
I'm all about it. But there was a guy who recently, like, got engaged to someone, blah, 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 whatever. His name was Peter the Pilot. And he has
That's
a cameo.
his legal name?
Legal name? Okay.
No, but that's what everyone knows him as. So whoever's watching, so that they understand it, is Peter the Pilot. Thank you.
Okay.
Someone got him to do a cameo where he was like, oh my god, it feels so weird they made him like, hi guys, just coming on here to like let you all know that this girl has the best OnlyFans, like I love her content, like just being like they had to pay him a lot of money to get him to say this shit.
How much was he charging? Like 500?
Oh, I don't even know, but they were like, this was worth every penny, like kind of insinuating that it was a lot of money.
That's gold. Yo, actually, speaking of OnlyFans, I do know someone who has one.
Hey!
Can we talk about that?
Yes! Oh my god.
Please,
it's so fun.
Please fill me in.
Yes, fill us in on the back end of like what it's like being a celebrity on OnlyFans.
So, okay. I got a little bit of backlash from the girls for doing this. Which I quickly was able to like combat it with like, you can't be about women's rights and rights to do their body whatever the fuck. Tell me I can't do that.
Right.
Especially like I was like, listen guys, if this comes back at us at all, I will either fight it if I feel like it's worth fighting, or I will just stop, because like it's really not that deep. My life doesn't depend on
let a girl
doing
make some
sex
cash.
Yeah, and so I'm like, listen guys, I'm gonna make my money, and you guys are gonna shut up.
I would do the same thing as if testicles were appealing to anyone.
I was just gonna start one to show people pictures of my shit.
No, Bassy, we had an idea of Bassy's one. He was gonna do like dick pics, but underneath that would be the shit that he just did.
It'd be like over the toilet, yeah.
Shit pics.
Are you kidding me?
Shit dick pics.
I mean, yeah, it was never gonna happen, but we just thought it would be a hilarious idea.
Damn.
Do you know I posted on Twitter? Should I start an I think I might start an OnlyFans to show to post pictures of my shit. And then a few people commented, "Wait, are we gonna see dick or nah?"
Or like your shit as in like your junk, or like your shit as in your poo.
Well, okay,
Like,
listen.
that's the gamble.
Okay, so I want to hear about it. Tell us.
Being a performer, women, men, anything in between or neither, you're gonna be sexualized.
Yeah.
And as uncomfortable as it is, and as much like, for me, I don't know why having a physical form and having people witness me gets under my skin.
Right.
And so this has given me an opportunity to take that power back and like dictate how I am seen.
Totally.
I give all the gross, horny men, gross, edit that out. I give the horny men and people in general a place. Look at me like that, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And I literally, I have to post on there every once in a while whenever I get new followers on there. I'm like, do not mention anything about my body elsewhere.
Yeah,
This is the only place you can do.
tweet. I saw that tweet the other day. You said like, let's just clear some things up here.
Yeah.
This is the place where we do this. Outside, it's like when you see your teacher outside of school. It's like, I'm not Mrs. Sydney anymore.
Yeah.
You can't call me that outside of
Is that your dom name now?
Sydney Striker.
No. Oh my god. I have joked about a name I would use if I went full porn star, but I haven't made it. I haven't had to.
Right.
Okay.
So I want to talk about the money side of it,
Yeah.
if you don't mind. How is it? Like, it's like, so I don't know what porn stars get, for example.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure.
So what's cool is that for me, I don't do, I guess they call it like full service sex work. Like I don't do like sex scene that. It's just kind of like I don't show bottom genitalia. Like I'm
Right.
chilling. Like if you have a problem with that, don't give me your money. I don't give a
Don't
shit.
sign up, yeah.
Yeah.
Literally. But a lot of people take what they can get. I am in the top
Absolutely.
10% of creators on.
Wow.
Damn.
I only have around 60 to 50 subscribers,
Nice.
which is $15 a month that I'm guaranteed.
Wow. What's the math on that?
500 and something bucks, $600.
Yeah.
Fair play. Man, I
Yeah.
need to shave my testicles and get them shit looking good for camera.
You should
Well,
just do.
it's sick,
You should
it's
just do
sick.
top half as well.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah,
what?
just do top hat. Just do top nudity.
I weigh like 5 kilos.
Just
I want to see my ribs.
Just do only butt crack. Only butt crack.
Just in
It's like
different positions
It's
in my
like
rib.
$15 just to see butt crack, and then $20 if you spread it.
I know Sydney's only doing top half, but I'm only doing bottom half.
Yeah.
You never see my face.
Yeah, there you go.
Then you'll never be incriminated. Really, they'll never really know that
Yeah.
it's you.
Yeah. Well, the tattoos, if you show any tattoos, that'll.
Yeah, that was what I was like. I can just be like one of those cam people that just jerk off all day and make serious money, but like my tattoos are pretty recognizable.
I know. That's where I'm like, oh, this like crazy baby tattoo that I have on my stomach was a mistake because it's too recognizable.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna ask that as well, like, because I don't know what kind of stuff you do on your OnlyFans, but would it be like, would a jump be like the live cam stuff, or is you don't really fuck with that?
I thought about it, but again, it's like I'm not sure where the future will take me.
Yeah.
Maybe one day, like
if the number
kind of
was good
like-
enough, you're like, damn, that's.
I like money. Okay.
Dude, who fucking doesn't?
Who knows?
telling you,
We might not
I
even
would
have
do
currency
this.
in like a year. Everyone might just be riding and
Subscribe for 2 bitcoins a month, everybody.
Bro,
Yeah.
Bitcoin's back on the rise.
I should have fucking
Yeah.
bought.
It went up from
Should've
6K
bought
to
in.
10K. That's a fucking big jump.
But yeah, dude, it just fascinates me because I'm like,
Yeah.
I would definitely do it if I had any sort of thing to warrant people paying for. But
I know I know a lot of male like sex workers stuff on OnlyFans
right.
that make, but a lot of them end up having to like their whole thing kind of ends up having to be like they on like
Yeah,
feeds and stuff.
because it's so accessible,
Um,
like to get stuff like that for free anyway. So people are like, actually, why am I subscribing to this shit?
Yeah. See, like the reason why people subscribe to me, which I have to recognize as a privilege, is that like they see me like this already, and they're like, oh my god, I have a place to do it, and I can have more of it. You know?
Yeah.
So
100%. Do you reckon it's mostly people that follow the band?
It's a lot of people that already followed me beforehand.
Because I know your system, like you accept them on, you have to accept them on your private Twitter, right?
Yeah.
So you go through them, so you would know these people. Like when you see them, like them subscribe or whatever, you would say, "Oh my god, I thought that fucking person wanted to see me naked."
Yeah. I mean, kind of. I can tell when people make like a new account. They don't want me to know.
Throb Thomas.
Exactly, they are.
Yeah. Do you have do you know the quickest timeline from meeting someone at a show to them being a subscriber?
Well, I haven't been really on tour since I started.
Okay.
You would have been, but you got kicked off tour. Dolezal got cancelled off tour.
Yeah.
So have
Whatever.
the rest of the band come around to it now?
Well,
they've just kind of accepted that I don't care what they say, and I'm gonna do.
Because this isn't any shade on anyone. I'm I know we're talking about it a lot, but it's like genuinely interesting, and I have never
for sure
known anyone else that does this. So it's cool.
Yeah, it's actually a really kind of fun just to be a part of. There's a lot of really great men either that are just like really supportive, and like I have a friend that I actually just finally messaged back today that I messaged the other day. She is doing like full service sex work. I just want to know. Yeah. Like now that I'm like kind of half in,
foot's
I'm
in
like,
the door. Yeah.
How does it go from here? Like if I probably won't, but that's fine. If I were to take another step, like how did you do that?
Yeah. Does someone approach you, or do you just like approach someone and go, "Hey, I'm kind of interested in like more cash." So.
Yeah, I'm just curious like how it went for her. So I'm like, tell me. But so what's actually really crazy, I was looking at this girl's post. Someone was like, you make too much fucking money, like just to show, like not at me, but like it was at her. And so she made this big post about being like the top 0.01% of people on OnlyFans make at least a month.
Holy fuck balls.
Oh man, I'm downloading that app
10%,
right now.
Which is all right. I make anywhere from like my biggest month so far. I've only been doing it since January, but my biggest month so far was about $2,500, which was insane. I was like, no fucking way,
dude. That is,
but I can't count on that.
No, totally, yeah. And it's also like because it would be hard to keep reinventing, like you're saying, without going to that next step or next level. It would also be hard to keep reinventing new ways for people to still be subscribed, which would be hard.
Yeah.
Is it like kind of like Patreon subscription? Is there like a tier level? Is it just like a one-off monthly subscription? I don't know how any of it works.
Subscription, and then in like DMs and stuff, like
okay, so you can do like personal messages as well, and then you I'm assuming you set your own price for that, and then they pay it, and then you do it.
Yeah, so they're called pay to view messages.
Okay,
right. And so like it's literally you could make them pay to view a text message, right, if you felt like it.
So you
can literally be like, here's a really extra special video for $100, and you have to pay that before you.
Right. And it's just you going, ha ha,
sucker.
Like, sorry about it.
Is it
can't get your money back?
Is there like a customer service line where people like, she didn't put her
I've got a
fist
complaint.
in her vagina, like I want my money back?
No, because she doesn't do bottom half.
Yeah, no, well
I was just bringing up in general.
I'm like, yeah.
Keep going, sorry. I was just trying to explain myself.
No, you're good. I was just saying that because I'm like super straight up about it. Like I will not show bottom half. Everyone knows this way before they subscribe. Yeah. It's all over my private Twitter and the actual OnlyFans.
Yeah.
That like that's fine for me.
Yeah. Have you ever had someone?
I don't really want to be on stage in front of someone that's.
Yeah, right. Fair enough.
Have you ever like received a message where they're like, "I will offer you serious cash," and you're like, "Dude, no."
Yes, but then they think $200 is cash, and I'm like, "Are you kidding
me?" To break
me?
my one rule,
you think it's worth
at a zero?
You think I'm worth $200, and you can fuck off.
Literally.
Have you had
like no offense?
Sorry, just keep going. Keep going.
Like, it's just literally just like, no offense, but like, I know a lot of sex workers will do that for that much, but I am just like, I feel like I'm at a place allowed to set
Well,
my
it's
bar.
Yeah,
different
exactly.
for you
higher.
because sex workers strictly that's their like profession, I guess, right? Whereas you're also seen in a different light with the band stuff as well. So you
Yeah.
also have to be careful, I guess. Like you,
It's a fine line that I guess you have to tread and make your own rules on that as well.
'cause if
Especially
you're gonna commit to just doing like that kind of work, you'd just be like, fuck yeah! Like if I'm going all in,
especially like now, I'm assuming having like all the respect of your whole band, they expect you to respect them as well in that way.
Yep.
For sure. So
my OnlyFans would just be
Yeah.
me grasping my fresh shit.
Perfect.
Pay $10 to
Honestly,
see me
there
close
is-
my hand.
No, listen, there is a place for that.
Oh boy, tell me where. I'll sign up right
Internet
now.
is a wild fucking place.
I will sign up right
okay?
now.
The internet is full of it all.
Oh,
So
but-
one last question before we move on to
other
inevitably a
stuff.
less interesting topic. But what is the weirdest DM you've got
If
via
you're allowed
that
to share,
platform?
if you want to share.
You don't have to drop any names. I mean, it's very unlikely. I mean,
Peter the pilot actually messaged me.
I wish. I would literally
do
drop
you
everything.
want to take a ride in the cockpit?
Yes. You're the pilot. I would love to.
Yeah, do any stand out?
I mean, there's a few that are just kind of like really adamant about wanting me to like do full service
Right.
sex work, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
like you're fine. I literally here's one of my friends that does it.
Yeah.
Like, go there, give them your money. I don't care.
Delegate them to other
but-
content creators.
Yeah, there's like my most loyal subscriber. He's so lovely, so nice.
Yeah.
He literally pays me to read his long messages.
Wow.
Just read
That's
them
cool.
back.
I know. No. Like he's like, here's a pitch for a video, blah blah blah. Like, and it's like a couple paragraphs long. $5 for taking the time to even my idea.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, this is everything. This
Yeah.
is everything. That is how you get my attention.
Yeah.
That's
What
cool.
a dude. Was it Bernie Sanders?
What would you do? What would you do if you woke up one morning and then there was a new subscriber and it was legitimately
Bernard
Bernie
Sanders.
Sanders?
I would give him anything. I would break
The
any
golden-
rules. I would break any rules for that man. I would.
Where did the love for Bernie Sanders come from? I gotta
The
ask.
I feel like the fact that he wants to save America.
Yeah.
He is the only one, like, in fucking any sort of recent that actually stands by what he said
Yeah.
and has never been bought out by people. He literally been on like revolutionary front line, getting arrested for standing up for things. Like,
Yeah.
he's always been on the right side of shit.
Yeah.
You know?
My question is though, like, a lot of people make promises and stuff when they're not in office, but say he got in office and then he's also got other people to, bounce ideas off. Would he then?
Yeah.
Would it be easy for his like whole view to get altered then because it's just outnumbered by the other people in the party, or?
That is the issue with any president, and that's
that's why there's no
Trump
wall,
has
right?
Been able to build the fucking wall.
Yeah.
Because there's enough sane people in like different parts of the government. Like, literally,
Yeah.
no.
Because you
Stop.
still have to pass
Like-
things through the Senate to get it to happen,
Yeah.
like Australia.
He's not a dictator like he wants to.
Yeah.
He has to go through everyone else. There has to be full consensus.
Yeah.
Yes. So Bernie Sanders is the senator of Vermont.
Okay.
Above all else, right now he is of Vermont. It has done really great things, but again, being any part of the government, you're not the only one making.
Yeah.
If he could make all of the decisions for that state would be doing crazy things like.
It's weird how they're all
Super
on the same
revolutionary-
team, but they don't have the same view.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
literally have like close to no idea about politics. I don't know who has to go through who. I kind of try and stay out of it.
Yeah,
But
I know most of how it works just so that I sound educated talking to
yeah,
people.
well, you definitely fooled me.
Well, it's like, because like as much as I'm like, yeah, he has to pass it through a bunch of people first. I would not be able to tell you exactly who,
Right.
like what order or anything like that, like a real like political mate. But
Is that like just its own subject in high school? Wow.
dude, it's a college degree.
Wow. Because like you see
Yeah,
all these
you can
like,
go to 8 years of school for specifically
you
college.
see all like the politicians, they're all old as shit. Is that because they just have to study for fucking years? How many years do you have to have under your belt before you get up on the fucking stand?
I feel like in especially. Sorry, you asked Sydney questions, and I'm not going to
No,
cut
I
you
was
off.
just
Keep
gonna say
going.
that you have to be. Oh my, but I don't. I think you have 5 to run for president. But people don't fucking respect you unless you're at least 50 and no older than 60.
And then by that time, you're like set in your ways of fucking 30 years ago, and that's why everyone's fucking backward. Back in my day, blah blah blah.
Well, that's why Bernie's so great, is because he was on the right side of history
The whole time.
The whole time. Yeah. So he's been set in his ways, and they are the ways we need.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the fucking old-fashioned conservative.
The best thing about it is he's been this like talking about the same reform for his whole career, and
just waiting to get that chance.
And the saddest thing is it's been the same things that have needed to be fixed that haven't changed in the US pretty much.
Yeah.
Which is so sad.
Yep. And
instead we listen to a fucking Oompa Loompa with the toupee.
Toupee.
Have you?
I'm just gonna say it the same way that the whitest kids you know, the guys. I'm gonna say it the same way they said it. It is very, very illegal, and I'm saying this as a statement. It is very illegal to say I want to kill the president of the United States.
Wow.
However,
it is not illegal to say with a mortar launcher, because that could be its own sentence.
With a what?
A mortar launcher.
Motor launcher.
Mortar.
Oh,
mortar.
Yeah, gotcha.
You know, like a pestle, mortar and pestle.
Sorry, I'm hitting 35, so I'm about to run for election, and I'm just like losing hearing of all the young millennials.
I think all bands should be paid more.
That would be quite a revolution.
We got no healthcare, but we have this massive $3 billion fund for only musicians.
For artists in the music industry.
Speaking of, how fucked is live music gonna be? Like the industry. I mean,
it hurts.
Yeah,
amongst every other industry, but
when do you think that I reckon in my mind we're going to be the last industry to come back, but what are your thoughts? How long do you reckon until you can play a show again?
I mean, we're still trying. We're still like working on our dates for November.
Yeah.
I feel like
you know,
in internal country touring, so like in Australia, and in the US, like US bands obviously will be able to tour at an earlier point but like until international travel, I don't see that happening until next year. Like middle to late next year.
Like that Slam Dunk Festival that we're supposed to do, it got rescheduled for September.
No.
That's
it's not happening. All of the there's enough like European bands that are on it that like they could have a smaller festival, like just the people that are coming from internally, you know. But like, there's no way they could have a full-on Slam Dunk Festival because a lot of people.
I feel like if they just
like,
keep
not only just to play,
if
but
they
to
keep
attend.
the dates or they keep rescheduling to like early in the year, are they just like hoping that the government is
gonna
gonna
be
cancel. Like, oh fuck, there's just stuff there's so many things that are just being, scheduled. Maybe we should just lift the bans for now. Or are
governments start listening to the people. Like there's like in one hand the government kind of needs to listen to the people, but on the other hand they're also there to save their lives.
Yeah,
like they have to think about them first, and opening everything and allowing the possibility of death to a lot of people is not a good thing.
Isn't that what the government wants? They just want less people, less fucking money to dish out.
Yeah. Well, okay, literally some of the bitches at these protests are like, if people get they can die. What can I tell you?
Holy moly.
And I'm like, are you kidding me?
You know what's fucked up? There's probably somewhere at some level of the government where they're just like, it wouldn't be the worst thing if we just let a couple go.
Well, man, a lot of people have like, what is it now, like nearly 100,000 people died or more than that in the world? Or is it getting close? Is it getting close to 500,000 or something like that?
I heard they were shutting down intensive care units, like beds and wings in hospitals down near my way, and I have no idea why.
Say that again.
They're like shutting down intensive care unit like wings and branches in
Well,
hospitals down
my
my area.
sister's housemate works at a hospital in the city, and they said that they moved a lot of their patients to a new wing so they could allow for extra COVID patients, but they didn't end up needing it.
Right. Okay.
So we weren't hit as bad as a lot of other places, which is good. But
Fair.
I mean, once they
You guys seem to have it a little bit better.
once it starts, if like we go back out, I feel like there's going to be definitely another spike of people getting it.
I feel like people are slowly leaking out though. Like the more I
They
walk
are,
the streets,
of
I'm
pe-
like, fuck, everyone's. Oh, not even walk. When I'm driving down like the main street of where I live, I'm like, there are way too many people lining up for coffee.
Yeah, I feel like people are using like the exercise and walking outside thing as an excuse to
Oh,
get
for
out,
sure,
because
yeah.
imagine how like people that are normally just they live their monotonous lives of just going to work and coming home and getting pissed on the weekend.
Yeah.
Now they just have to stay at home and they're just like, fuck, I need to get out of this fucking house.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It is encouraging a lot of people to actually go outdoors.
Yeah.
Outdoors.
You know what's fucked up? It's doing the exact opposite for me. I'm stopping in at Hungry Jack's every day after work and getting 2 hash browns. Because that's my outing. I'm like, this is what I look forward to.
Yeah. No, I have an addiction to this place called Dutch
Okay.
Bros. In like the west coast of America, there is
Yeah.
Dutch Bros. I'm obsessed with it. And I go to it a lot anyway, but like it's the only place I go nowadays. So I go there way often. I go through the drive-through, which is normally like a 2-hour fucking wait because you can't walk
Yeah.
up anymore. You have to just
Yeah.
Oh, so they're still doing
drive-through.
takeout orders.
Ugh. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just drive-through. It's like Dutch Bros is one of the, either walk up or you drive through.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Unless you're
So
Yeah.
what? I'm not too
Yeah.
sure what America is like right now, or at least Arizona. Like, what are the shops doing? Are they all closed, or are they all just trying to sustain somehow?
What are your state laws on staying in
So-
or whatever?
in Arizona, they are actually lifting a lot of ban like stuff. They're doing it in quote unquote
Right.
which they're phasing. It's shittily planned right now, in
Right.
my opinion. Our governor was like, so his wife or something like runs a salon, and so he initially didn't call for salons
course.
to be closed. He didn't want his wife's salon to be closed. Right?
That's like every government though. Like, didn't
Um,
fucking the Canadian whatever he is prime minister didn't close anything until his wife got it or some shit.
Yeah. That was when we
No,
were
this
there.
is fuck. This is real now.
Yeah, that was when we were there as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. But my sibling is going back to work. They work at a second-hand
Oh wow,
shop,
essential for all the cool kids.
and
though.
they're going back to work. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, are you kidding me? The hipsters and the gays are going insane right now because they can't thrift, and it's all opening up. I think starting on Monday. all
Speaking
opening
of
up.
like that's gonna be really weird if I say speaking of gays, but I
I
watched
was
this.
like, I was just gonna yell it out. I was like, maybe he will say it. I'll let him go.
Speaking of that, I watched. Has anyone seen the documentary on Netflix called Circus of Books?
No.
Oh my god, give it a watch. It's like about how this bookstore in like the 80s or like the 70s like was a place where all these gay people would secretly like go to like, I don't know, like hang out with one another because it was so like frowned upon back then. It is a
Also,
good watch.
Is it like the bookstore was like a place where they could meet, like
Yeah, and-
like a
and there was,
secret
like,
place where only gay people knew that they could
Yeah,
meet?
and it was
they
like the only place that was distributing gay porn like outside the back of
Oh, okay.
like the dude. You should watch it tonight. It's fucking good. I mean, Sydney, you're probably like close to going to bed, but literally
a little bit.
look it
Yeah,
up.
It's about
Circus
3
of
a.m. now.
Books. I fucking cried so hard at the end. It's amazing.
How are you guys
Sounds
doing at the moment? Like, what are your plans with Dolskin? Are you guys recording? Are you guys writing? Were you guys planning to go into the studio or anything?
We're working on writing. We're all writing
Mm.
from our home. Like we're doing kind of like send ideas back and forth off of
Yeah.
it as we
Yeah.
go. Our producer that we're trying to work scared. Like, no,
Oh, okay.
we're not coming. Trying to get us
Is
he-
done on our own.
Is he in
And
Arizona?
so that we go into this.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he's in Arizona. He's only 30 minutes away from us, and he's like, "Don't."
Have you?
Like-
Is this someone you've worked with before, or is this
Like-
a new person for you guys?
It's a new guy. So we recently went in and did like songs with that all worked out really well, and our label was like, okay, cool, we like him.
Yeah.
More or less got the green light on
Yeah.
doing an album with him. Then
Don't
he's
want to.
like,
I can't risk it,
No.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, come on, you can go and get your hair cut. Let me fucking record some vocals.
yeah. Like, listen, all I do is go to Dutch Bros and go to my house and then hang out with my one friend who literally does the same thing. They go to Dutch Bros and then go to their house. Like,
That's I mean, that's exciting though. Do you guys know when you can hopefully get into the studio?
hopefully we're looking at kind of like a late summer.
No, because
So-
Americans always
Like
say
July?
like the fall or the summer or like whatever. I'm like, I don't know when that is. No,
Fall-
the Americans don't describe with months.
We just went through fall, JT.
It's just we think everything goes the same way in the whole world as it does where we
Actually,
are.
if you didn't know, like, we have a prime minister, but our actual prime minister is Donald Trump as well. So
Yeah, no, apparently that man rules everything. Likes everyone to think he does at least.
So okay, completely forgot what I was talking
So end of late summer, you
Okay,
said
yeah.
you guys are planning to record properly.
Yeah, so we're looking at like
Cool.
July.
that works in my brain.
Try
now.
to like revisit seeing how everything is kind of like going, seeing where he's at, all of this.
Do you guys have like a direction that you want to go with in your record, or do you just like write the songs that you just want to write and you're like, just whatever happens,
So-
happens?
Ooh,
Yes.
can we get some goss?
Yeah.
Kind of. We're really excited because we are all kind of in like less like heavier
Ooh.
punk
I can
music,
tell.
and have been for a while. And so, but we are trying to keep the diversity of like not just having heavy music, you know, because we've always been super
Yeah.
diverse and had like heavy
Yeah.
punk, pop
For sure.
punk, poppy, like
Yeah.
ballads, like. So we want to keep it diverse. We're just kind of like the heavy side of it is going
Ooh.
heavier.
Because you've
Drop
got some,
B
you've got
flat.
some wild
And
pipes.
I'm
Like the range in your voice is like from pure guttural screaming to like insane highs, like clean highs. It's crazy. So I'm excited. I'm excited to hear what you got from that quote that you just told me. I'm excited for everything.
Yeah, dude. Every night hearing you sing that, like, what was the cover that you guys did?
The Florence cover.
Yeah, like you hit like the like full voice. I'm like, how the fuck is she hitting that, dude? I can't do it, man. I'm like, everyone else's voice is like so full, and I'm like, I cough and my voice hurts. Little fucking baby diaphragm I have.
In the studio, I have to overdub all of Jake's yells because they're like baby yells.
It's okay. I literally have to track any sort of screams I do on like a record. I have to track like
Nice.
17.
Do you layer them? Like, I don't know how it works. I've done one scream and it was in Famous, and it was literally
yeah.
like I had to leave the studio after that because my voice was completely just fried.
Well, because I do quiet screams, like where it's like I have to live.
Right.
I have
okay.
to cup the mic. Literally just like
Fucking
instead of
poser.
doing like Flyleaf, like the
Yeah.
Lacey Sturm from Flyleaf when she's in it. She's the one that actually taught me
That's
how to
cool.
scream initially. Like she does the small like little
Yeah, yeah.
screams in her hands with the mic. And then I look at well, like the singer from Motionless in White. He records. He's literally just like full voice, just like
Yeah.
going
It's the
insane.
easiest. Guys.
And I'm like, how do
but-
you do that for an hour straight
Yeah.
live? Like what?
It's
gotta
like
be on
watching
track.
Parkway Drive. Like you're just like, fuck me, man.
Yeah. And like considering like
Yeah,
I
ugh.
can't scream like at all, so whenever I hear someone scream, it like even fascinates me more because I'm like, I can't even do like that for a second, and this person's doing it for an hour. How does that happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It's
even when you
crazy.
retract
Yeah.
your parts, Bassie, I'm like, you have like such a guttural voice. I'm like, where is that coming from? Why does mine not come from there?
Because every time I sing, it's like at the top of my range, and the only way I can get there is for it to crack. So it's like
Right.
I have a tube screamer in my throat. Yeah.
Oh, so how many songs do you have? You said you had 3 or 4.
Just 3 right now. And one of them we have to like rework the verses. It was the first one we did, and we
Yeah.
didn't really
Yeah.
know where we were going. And now that we have a better idea of it, we're like, we're
Is
gonna.
there
rework
is
that.
there a theme for the record, or is it just like songs at the moment? So-
It's just songs at the moment. We're kind of like, I personally want to get more just like aggressive with my lyrics. Like Megan normally writes lyrics and stuff, and she's like kind of vague. She writes stories, and I like to get like straight to the point, aggressive,
Yeah.
like punk
Yeah.
style, you know, just like this is how I feel. I'm
Yeah.
not
Right,
putting
yeah, yeah.
metaphors in this bitch. Like
Fair. I mean, like,
Yeah, that's sick.
we had like this whole theme, I think, for the record when we were going into it, for like when we were going to record in Canada. But now that we're like that didn't end up happening, we've come back, and I'm like writing all these different songs that sound like nothing like some of the ones we were writing, and I'm just like, what the fuck is even happening anymore? All the good songs that we were going to use before, I'm
Yeah.
like, are we even going to use some of them? Like, probably not. That's bizarre.
Yeah. It's a different
you know
time
how
now.
that goes.
We've never had like, because with our first record, we literally write songs and then they end up going on the record because we just don't have any others.
We pretty much wrote enough songs for the record, and
Yeah.
that was it.
Yeah, this
the
time
first
we have
record.
like
Yeah.
45 instrumentals.
Yeah, we have a Dropbox of just like 50 demos, and then we keep adding like some every couple of weeks.
Yep.
As like we got to like 50, and then we're just like, I think that's enough. Like, should we just keep on writing? And then we're just like, we'll just leave it for now. And then if any like actual like proper ideas instead of like forcing ideas out came up, then
Yeah,
we
that's
would
the
add
thing.
them,
Because like, we've had some of the songs for so long now. I'm kind of like disconnected from them. So like when I got like I'm super bad with like, you know that meme where the guy's walking with his girlfriend and he walks past another girl and he's like, ooh,
no, yeah.
that's me.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
me
yeah,
with
yeah.
demos. Like, I feel like if I can't write to it, yeah.
The old demos that you've had for months, and then the new demos
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could
Like,
be making instead.
I feel like if
Yeah.
if I can't get something to a song in like a week, I'm like, then nah. If I have to force it so hard, like it annoys
Yeah.
me. Whereas like Bassie, you sent me over a demo
Oh my
yesterday or
God,
the day
I-
before, and I wrote to her like in a whole day, and it sounds amazing. And so, not to suck my own dick or anything, but yeah,
Too difficult? Fuck it.
exactly.
Fuck it.
Do you guys, when you guys are on tour, do you guys do any like demoing or like go like works for ideas in, or is it mainly like jam room stuff or passing over online?
It's mainly when we're home. Whatever, we don't. It's really hard to get us to get together to write or anything. But sometimes, like, I'll come up with a melody, Alex will come up with a guitar riff, but that's about as much
Yeah.
as we get on the road. Then we go back home.
I
and
like
work
I
on it.
can't lyrically come up with anything on the spot. Like I'll need to hum it for like Bassie sends me a demo. I'll listen to it like
Yeah.
on an 8-hour day at work on repeat. So I'll listen to it like hundreds of times and then just hum
Yeah.
it. And then maybe by the end of the day, I'm like, I think I have something here.
Mm.
And like
It's
just,
always
I-
cool
Yeah.
when like I said like when I didn't expect you to write anything to it, because the demo I sent him was just, I wrote it with just bass and drums. I was like just trying to get this idea out, and then I sent it to him like, do you like the vibe of this or not? And then he just came back with vocals. I was like, okay, I guess it's all right.
Yeah. I guess you liked it. All right.
and then like because he wrote a version where there was guitar in it, and I'm like, nah, I haven't listened to that yet. I'll just record what I have just to the bass idea, and then I heard the guitars. I'm like, oh, that's exactly what I was hoping it would be. Thank you so much. So life is just perfect right now. You know, just got to keep bumping out bangers, and then hopefully we'll have a record that will fucking come together and sound decent
Who
and
knows,
get
by
us
the time-
massive.
By the time ISO's over, we probably could have both of our bands could have scratched all the demos we're talking about right now and have new demos.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
I want to tease a little bit of it. I'm not going to play any of the vocals,
All
but
good.
like, it's
Oh, here we
nothing
go.
like By Am. I'll play you the start of it.
That's it. Is that all we're
That's,
getting?
yeah, that's all.
Groovy.
I decided
Groovy,
I decided to
though.
keep those
I
keyboards
like
and that
it.
Yeah, dude, it makes the song. I know you're just fucking around on GarageBand.
That's
but it
literally
sounds
how-
great.
That's
Oh my
literally
God,
how the
no, they're
idea
so
started. I
fun,
was like,
though.
oh man, I should try and write a song. I haven't written one in like 2 weeks. And then I just like sat down and I started playing it. And I was like, then I just like chopped it on the MIDI grid and just dragged it for like 2 minutes. And I just started playing that drum beat over it. I tabbed that in, and then I just like picked up my bass and I was like, what can I do here? I was like, sick.
It's kind of like that one song we wrote at the out
Kenny-
in LA when we
Kenny
did
and,
that house.
Ricky's song.
Crispy Rick's track. I was actually
Ricky's-
trying to rework that the other day, but I lost the session and I was like so
When
sad.
we're in the on the way, like we got into the lounge on the way to the tour that we were just going to, and I was like to Bass, what are you doing? You're like, I'm remixing Ricky's track. I'm like, fucking why?
Because I just want to
love
like
that.
upload it to
I love
Spotify and get a
that.
picture of Ricky and just like get like some artwork together and then
Yeah.
just like surprise him. Like imagine like I could
Yeah.
get it playlisted or something. It'd be fucking hilarious. Just like
And it's just for us. Just send it to everyone that was.
I'll
that
be
was
like,
in
thank you
that
for
fucking
coming.
place.
Thank you for joining the street team for Crispy Rick.
Yeah.
Dude, looking back at those videos I had, they were like on the top of my phone for a while, and I'm like, oh man, what a fun couple days. That house was amazing.
Hey, you know what? My
I'm
favorite
so
part of that tour was
sad.
the first day. It felt like we had been on tour for 2 weeks. Like when we met each other, it was just
Yeah.
like instant family. Like the whole tour package. It was
Yeah,
like perfect.
It helped too because like we had the same label obviously, and they were there, and it was kind of like a good
Yeah.
middle, like, okay, we know
Everyone
them
knew
and you guys know them. We should know you now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And we were all
Yeah,
just like, all
literally.
right, we're all bros now, right?
Oh man,
Like-
that is getting me depressed as
Yeah.
fuck.
Oh, this is what
I'm literally so emotional
know.
about it.
I think I
miss
talked about this
it.
before the recording got cut out, but I was going to ask you a question about the RV. And when I first saw the RV, a lot of it was held together by gaffer tape. How much more of it is held together by gaffer tape now?
Oh,
She just
too
had a peek
much.
out of her window.
Yeah, she doesn't look at it.
Yeah, it's actually not parked at my house for the first time in forever. It's parked
Yeah.
at our guitarist or Alex's house. So I don't have to look at
Dude,
that giant
it's so
fucking
cute though. I'll never
ugly
forget when
thing
we watched
every
Green
day.
Inferno.
I watched I just
Oh,
watched Breaking Bad for the first time, and then that reminded me of your guys' RV.
Yes, our crackhead RV, our meth
Alrighty,
RV.
so with this, we'll just end it right here. Just past an hour. Do you want to plug your band and your OnlyFans and whatever else you want and your Twitch?
Yeah, we'll put it in the links and
The
stuff.
stage is yours, Sydney.
Yes. So our band page is at Dollskin Band on Twitter and Instagram. We have a Facebook. We just don't really post on it. You're welcome to follow it if you want. I have my own Twitter. It's Sydney_Dollskin. Check that for updates on where to find my private Twitter. But I'm Sleepy Green Bean on Instagram, and then on TikTok, I am Yes, This Is Patrick. No capitals, no spaces, nothing.
And Twitch.
That's my personal TikTok. The band
What's the
TikTok
Twitch?
is also Dollskin Band, and my Twitch is also Sleepy Green Bean. I post about my Twitch streams on my Twitter and Instagram all the time, so
Sick.
you'll see it when I update.
Fuck it.
You have a
Thank
lot
you
of-
very
a
much,
lot of
dude,
things.
for coming on to our podcast. You've been amazing to talk to. You're such a podcast-friendly guest.
Thank you
Yeah.
for having
We
me.
miss you
I
too,
miss
man.
you guys
Too.
so
Who
much.
knows
When
when
this
the
is all-
fuck we'll see you again?
When this is all over, we need to do a tour again for sure.
Oh, absolutely. And Ricky needs to drive one of us.
I reckon. You know what I reckon we do?
Oh my God, please.
All of us are probably gonna. I'm saving so much money because I have a job and I have no tours to go on. That I would happily pay for us to get
Yeah.
a bus that Ricky drives.
Oh,
Oh my God, please! If all of us just pitch in for a bus, like all of our we all just split the fucking
Exactly.
bus
then,
pay.
then
we'll
we
be
just
able to
get
make it work.
arenas.
That's it.
All right.
Because everyone will have to spread out like at least 50
Yes,
seats apart, so
perfect.
we could pack that out for sure.
Oh
Yeah,
my
absolutely.
god. Okay, guys, I'm
yeah.
I'm
Thank you,
capping
Sydney.
out on the
You're
brain
the best.
cells. Thank you very much, dude. You
Stay
are
safe.
welcome to come back on this podcast anytime. I'm putting it out there. All right, guys. Thanks for
Love you,
listening.
mate.
Peace out.